Hey everybody, MrFlavorsmith here, and today we're gonna do party wings in 3 different flavors. We're gonna do an Asian zing, a mild buffalo, and a honey barbecue. All right, and I've started out with 8 pounds of frozen party wings, and 2/3 of those party wings I put in a brine and I let sit in the refrigerator for 24 hours. 1/3 of those party wings I put in a sweet teriyaki marinade and I let that sit for 24 hours as well. We're gonna grill them today on our Weber 22-inch kettle system, but we're gonna do it a little different. We're gonna use what's called a Vortex style for our heat management. The Vortex allows us to cook at a higher temperature so we can cook really hot and really quick and give that skin that nice crispy texture that we're after, because we're gonna need that because we're gonna end up saucing them afterwards. And we wanna ensure that that skin is as crispy as we can get it. And that Vortex style coal basket really helps us accomplish that very efficiently. So what I've done with the brine is I have apple cider vinegar, I have water, I have salt, and I put sugar in there. And I did about 5 to 1 on the water compared to the apple cider vinegar. So I did like 1 cup of apple cider vinegar and I did 5 cups of water in the 2 brine bags that I did. There's lots of different methods and different recipes for brining, so just pick a way that you really like it, but this is the way I do it and it seems to work really good for me. After we pull everything out of the brine, 1/3 of the wings that we have out of an 8-pound bag, we're gonna apply McCormick's Grill Mate Honey Hickory rub onto it. Then we're gonna turn that into our honey barbecue wings. The other third, we're gonna use Frank's Red Hot Buffalo Ranch seasoning blend. I haven't used this yet, but I wanted a kind of a more of a milder spice to it, so I figured that this would work out pretty good. After we're done cooking these, we're gonna glaze all of these with their different flavors. And I've tried to duplicate for the buffalo wings a Pizza Hut style sauce. So I'll throw that recipe on here that I did. That way you can follow along with it. And then also for our honey barbecue, I just took Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce and add a little bit of honey on it, put it into a pan and got it nice and warm, blended them all together. So we should have a nice smoky, sweet barbecue sauce to go on top of the honey hickory wings. And then we should have a good mild buffalo sauce for my kids on top of Red Hot Buffalo Ranch seasoning. And then the other third was the Asian zing. So like I said, they've been marinating in Sweet Baby Ray's sweet teriyaki marinade for 24 hours. So we're gonna pull that off of there. And then we're gonna glaze those with Buffalo Wild Wings Asian zing at the end. All right, so let's pull the wings out of the brine and the marinade right now, and let's apply the rubs that we're gonna apply to them. All right, first things first, let's apply the honey hickory rub to this. Shake it up real quick. And yet again, this is a McCormick Grill Mates Honey Hickory. We're just gonna season them over the top. Yes. Now you can do this in a bag. Sometimes that works out better, but so just for the video, I figured I'd show them this way. And I just pulled these out of the bag, so these are still moist. We're gonna flip them over. And I like to get my rub on nice and thick. And really try to cover as much of the wing as you can. Lock in that flavor. Look at all that. All right, that's good. Those look pretty tasty. Now we're gonna apply the other ones. All right, here we go, the other one. Make sure we try and get all the clumps out. Put on shaker mode. And apply graciously. All right, those are done. So let's take them back inside and get the coals going. All right, what we're using for our heat source today is Blue Hog's World Champion Charcoal Briquettes. This briquette has a little bit of hickory in it already, so I figured why not just throw a little chunk of Western Premium's barbecue products, hickory barbecue cooking chunk on there. I use these all the time if you've seen in my other videos, and I really like the hickory flavor. It's not overpowering, it just adds a little something to it, just yet more flavor for our adventure. And so we're just gonna fill up this chimney with those briquettes. We're gonna throw in 2 of these little fire starters underneath our chimney, and we're gonna throw in 1 of these tumbleweeds. I love using these tumbleweeds. We're just gonna throw that in the middle of the whole basket of everything. And it should take us about 15-20 minutes to light everything up, so let's get to that. All right, so let's put our 2 little fire starters down here. One like that, one like this. Stick this on top. All right, those were the fire starter, premium all-purpose fire starter biomass cubes. And then I take one of these royal oak tumbleweeds and I throw that right in there as well. You don't really need to do that, but I like to get it hot and ready real quick. This arbor cap. And we're gonna do a full chimney. Gonna light these guys first. All right, now it'll take about 15 to 20 minutes for them to fully ash over, and at that time they'll be ready to put into our coal basket. All right, let's put our Vortex style coal basket inside. Take our grate off first. You see me in other videos use it like this. I'm gonna use it this way. And what this is gonna do is our coals are gonna go inside there and the heat is all gonna be directed towards the center. It's gonna look like this. And we're gonna take our center grill off just like this. Make sure we center this up nice. And now all of our chicken's gonna go around right here. The heat's gonna come up to here, hit the top of the hood, and it's gonna circle it around, right around the perimeter, right where the chicken's at. So it's an indirect heat, but it makes it really hot in here. And that's what's gonna get our chicken super, super crispy. Also, this isn't 100% necessary, but I like to do it. I put on this Pam grilling high heat formula non-stick stuff. I put it on nice and graciously because we're gonna get real hot, and that way our chicken just doesn't stick to it. We don't wanna mess it up. Okay, our chimney's about 5 minutes into it, so we got another 10, maybe 15 minutes to go. All right, let's talk about our objective today. So we're gonna try and get this done in about 45 minutes. So at the 20-minute mark, we're gonna check them and we're gonna turn them. And at our 40-minute mark, we're gonna probe them with this, and we're gonna try and get it to around 190 degrees. And then at 190 degrees, we're gonna pull them off. 185, 190. And just for fun, I'm gonna hit them with this infrared thermometer as well. That way we can see what the surface temperature is at every time we check with the probe. I'm guessing that they're gonna get pretty hot. Rough guess, maybe around 500 degrees surface temperature, but we'll see. All right, our briquettes on our chimney have come to temperature, so they are ashing over and they are ready to go in right now. Okay, first things first, let's put our gloves on. Our grilling gloves, our heat management gloves. That way we don't burn ourselves. These look hot. Let's put them right in the center of our vortex. Just like that. Just kind of move them around a little bit. Try and stack them in the center as best as possible. We don't have any scragglers. Okay, make sure right in the center, right where we need them to be. All right, let's put chicken on now. We're gonna go with teriyaki marinade one. We're gonna try and stack these as close as we can because it's a lot of wings on there and I'm not sure exactly how much room it's gonna take. Already very, very hot, warm in there. Next, we'll go with our Buffalo Ranch. Ooh, it is hot. You want to work quick. Last but not least, our sweet hickory. It's like Tetris. All right, chicken is on. We're gonna take our hickory chunk and we're gonna put that bad boy right in the center, right there. All right, let's close her up. Open up your top vent fully, open up your bottom vent fully. Let's get to cooking. We're gonna check back in about 20 minutes. Okay, we're now 20 minutes into the cook and these things are smoking away. What we're gonna do at this halfway point, probe them for internal temperature, and then we're gonna take that hickory chunk off of there because we only wanted like just a little bit of additional flavor on there. So let's do that now. Whoa, look at those. Those look delicious. Wow, all right. Let's take this bad boy off of there. No longer need that. All right, and let's put some protection on. So we use these white cotton gloves underneath these blue nitrite gloves, and these just really help us to be able to flip these things really, really quick with limited amount of heat to our hands. So I'm just putting those on right now. All right, let's start flipping wings. Go clockwise here. 20 minutes into it and these things already look amazing. Ooh, we got some juice squirting. You really need to have gloves like this, or just take your time and flip them real slow with tongs because it is super hot in there. You can see around the edge here, these edge ones got done a little bit more than the internal ones, and that's because the heat is doming over and it's carrying around to the edge. You always end up getting hot spots there. Just don't want to lose any of these inside our coal basket. All right, there we go. Last one. Okay, put our lid back on, continue to cook. 20 more minutes. Remember, both bottom and top vent are fully open. Look what happens when you're having fun. I forgot to do an exterior temp. So what I'm using is this is called a grill mark, and it's an infrared heat gun. And so it basically shoots out a little laser. So I'm gonna do it on this piece right here. Shoots out a little laser and it reads the temperature for me. Exterior temp of about 221 degrees on that one. And then over here, let's see, it's reading an exterior temp of 240 to 250. It's kind of fluctuating. And then over on this one, we're reading a temp of 214. Let me see if we can get that on the camera. We'll go with this one right here. Not sure if you can quite see that. Maybe that one over there. There we go. 208, 216. And then our coals, they're reading at over 1,000. So that's pretty hot. Let's put that back on. All right, so we're waiting for the wings to be done that last 20 minutes. I figured I'd tell you what we were gonna do. I'm gonna pull them off, put them in all these little individual bins over here, put the sauces right in front of them, and then I'm just gonna drizzle the sauce over the top, take some photos for Instagram, and then I'm gonna stir them all up and mix it all up. That way the sauce is evenly coated. And then I'm probably just gonna stick them in the oven for like 10 minutes at like 375 degrees just to lock in that sauce and have it bind really well to that chicken. And it should just make all those flavors merge into one amazing contraption, just a flavorful dream of hot wings. I don't know about you, but I'm getting hungry and I cannot wait to try these bad boys. Here's the reason why you don't touch a barbecue hood. 333 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, time is up. Let's check them out. 45 minutes. Boom. Look at those. Those look amazing. All right, let's probe them and see what the temperature is. All right, I'm gonna try and probe this one right here. So it's not a really accurate way of doing it because the bone throws it off, but it says 196. 196. All right, that's where we wanted them to be. Let's see what the external temp is. Reading about 180, 181. Okay, so 180 to 190 on the chicken for an external temp. Very interesting. All right, let's get our gloves on and pull them off. Okay, let's try to keep them all together and pull them off. So first things first, I'm gonna go with our teriyaki ones. Ooh, those are sticky. That's good. Means that teriyaki marinade did what it was supposed to. Right. Beautiful. These look delicious. There's our teriyaki. Now time for our buffalo. Right. These look nice and crispy. Need to get that high heat, that way they get crispy like this. Right. Now for our barbecue. All right, now it's time to drizzle that sauce on. Here goes our buffalo. Now we have our honey barbecue. And now our Asian zing. Little chili peppers in there. Don't like coming out. Good enough. Those look super, super, super tasty. Okay, I'm just gonna get some gloves on real quick. We're gonna mix these up. Just gonna take the top off of this one since it wasn't working too good. Those chili peppers really like to get stuck in there. Okay. I'm just gonna just a light coating all the way around them. Nothing crazy. Just make sure you get as much of them as you can. Well, we're getting messy. We're getting messy. These ones are super sticky. That's good. Change my glove real quick. Barbecue. Real good. Best to do like I just did, let them sit for a couple minutes while they cool off a little bit. All right, those are all nice, evenly coated. Change gloves one last time. Now we go for the hot wings. I've never tried this hot wing recipe for this sauce. This is the first time, but I wanted to do something that was on the milder, tangier. That way it would be good for my son. Douse a little bit more. All right, these are looking good. Let's get them on a platter and let's get them in the oven. All right, so I just put all the hot wings in the oven for 10 minutes at 375, and that's just to bind all of that sauce to the chicken and kind of merge it all as one, blending it together, hopefully locking in all those flavors. And it's gonna change the flavor. So what might have had a little bit of smoke to it, maybe a little bit stronger of a smoke, with that sauce on there is gonna kind of dull that down a little bit, and you're gonna get a blend of smoke and whatever sauce it is that's on there. So it should be really, really yummy. So I can't wait. Just a few more minutes and we're gonna pull these bad boys out and I'm gonna bite in. right, we are done at 45 minutes. We pulled them off at 45 minutes. They were sitting at an internal temperature around 190, 195, an external temperature of about 180 to 190, completely cooked, nice and crispy. Then we took them, we glazed them all up with all that nice sauce and the 3 different sauces that we had made up, and we stuck them in the oven for 10 minutes at 375 degrees, just to bond all that sauce together and get all the flavors merged as one. So now it is time to bite into these and try them out. My mouth is watering right now. First one's first. I'm gonna go with the Asian Zinger. And I'm not sure how good you can see that, but there's the Asian Zinger. Let's give that bad boy a bite. Oh my gosh. That is so yummy. I don't want to put that down. Am I getting smoke in there? Man, I think I am getting a bit of smoke in there, just a tiny little bit. But wow, with that marinade that I did for 24 hours and then the Asian Zing sauce on top, this is pretty good. And it's not too spicy. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more spicy, but it's not. It's actually just the right amount of heat that's on there. This is really good. I can't wait to finish this up. Let's jump into the next one. Okay, next one. I'm gonna go with the barbecue one. So this is the honey barbecue one. Let's see if we can get that looking like that. Yeah, there's the honey barbecue. All right, bite into this bad boy. Man. These are so good. Oh my gosh. Definitely sticky barbecue on that one. Just so packed full of flavor. I am definitely getting the smoke on that. It's just, I mean, and I think the brine really does do something. It just adds more flavor to it. These things, even deep down inside, they're just packed full of flavor. This is delicious. Okay, all right, our final one, all right, our buffalo. And this one's kind of, I've never done this sauce before, and I haven't tasted it yet, so hopefully it came out good. But this was our Pizza Hut knockoff sauce version, so we'll see what this is like now. But here, check it out. I mean, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It's got nice, good, like orange color to it, so I think it's gonna have a little bit of heat. Let me try it. Whoa, I tell you what, it's not too hot, but it's tangy, but it's like, man, it kind of, yeah, I taste like salt, and I taste the vinegar, and I taste a little bit of the heat. I think my son's gonna absolutely love this thing. I mean, it's just not too hot. It's delicious. I can't tell which one's my favorite. I mean, I love the buffalo. This is good, but wow, that honey barbecue is really good, and so is that Asian Zing. Hey, if you got any value out of any of this video, please do me a huge favor. Like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out produce more of these for the future. Until next time, live a life of flavor.